Okay, I'm going to show you the DB website that we use. We use this for a lot of things, which I'll be able to show you. So the very first thing you need to do is up the top here in the address bar. The kids already know, so they type in swanreachps.dbprimary.net. I've already got this up here, so it'll go straight in. Now the kids need to make sure that it says Swanreach Primary School, otherwise they won't get in with their passwords. So I'll log in as a child for you to show you what the kids do and what they can do. So I'll log in as a child that's no longer with us. Now, as he logs in, you can see all of these things here. Uh, in here where it says things to do, if I've got tasks for the kids, this is what it is. So at the moment, Flynn has got a music activity due, but if we were doing any tasks, if they have any, there will be a sheet like this and it'll tell them when it's due and what activity it is. So that's one of the ways that we use DB. Another way that we use DB is by them doing their daily homework. Now, to do their daily homework, they hover over the top of the blog, then they click on it. Once they've clicked on blog, they click on a new entry. Now, because Flynn is not with us, he doesn't have a lot there, but they'll click on new entry, and if they do it every day, up here you'll see that there's a date there. Then what they do is they do an activity with their words. So if my word was his, I could just do a backwards activity. So if I do that backwards, uh, SIH. My other word could be group. And if I do it backwards, POG. So at absolute basic, they just have to do an activity around their word. Now, I do prefer if they do sentences, that way they know how to use the word. So then after Flynn's finished doing his words like that, he could do it in a sentence as well. Um, the dog was his. The group group of children were at home. Ooh. And now once he's done all five of his words, now he does remember you do not have to do sentences, and you just have to do an activity on your words. Now the one day that you do have to do sentences is on a Friday, um, but any other day you don't have to. Once he's done all five words, then what they do is they click save, because then it shows up on his blog, and I can have a look at that to see whether they've been doing some homework or not. Uh, so that is how we do it. Now, I may change things here and there in time, but at this stage, that is all you sort of have to do. If I do, I'll communicate that. So that is number one thing that we do on our DB. So then we go back to homepage. That's always we go back to homepage. Now the kids can email each other. They can communicate through the mail, and then they go to write mail. Now they can write mail to anyone in the grade 4, 5, or the 5, 6 class at the moment, and it's just like writing an email, but it's only viewed by us. So that's another tool that we can use it for. So I'll go back to homepage again. Now there's also some very good games that the kids can play. So if they click on activities, they scroll all the way down to games, and you can set the level that the kids are on um, up here, but it doesn't really matter what level you're on. You can access all the games. So if you put down year 3, year 4, makes no real difference. You can still access a few of the games, and then you click save, and then you've got all these activities to play. Now the good thing is there's some maths ones, so there's some additions, there's some multiplication, there's some division. multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. All these cool little different ones, and there's also spelling ones as well. So that's really good. Now, to show you how some of these work, what they would do is they will click on the game that they would like to play, and then when they've clicked on that, they will click play. They will choose a character. I'll select the. Now, sometimes they can wait for players, but otherwise I'll just play against the robot. And what happens is there will be a some kind of sum up here, so it's 5 times 7. Kids have to click on the correct answer. If they click on the correct answer, they move on. If they click the wrong answer, they'll slow down for a little bit. Okay, so they just got to keep going through that. Now, I'm not going to finish it, but they can play all those games, and there's 12 different activities that they can play on there. So that's what else DB is really good for, where they can sort of do some learning games. Once again, we go back to homepage. And the sort of last couple of things that we can do on here, when they're up here, this is Swan Reach Primary. But he can click on when he goes to forum. We can go to different forums that we do, and then you can also go to main thing that we use it for is the forums. And what I do is I'll create a bit of a sentence or something, or a starter, and then the kids will all put little things on there. Now, instead of getting a Swan Reach Primary, you need to get into the 4-5. So Flynn, technically, because he's not in our class, he's not in there, but instead of Swan Reach Primary, it would have 4-5 up there. The kids get in there and they'll have access to either the blog or the forum. Sometimes there's tasks on the blog, but more often than not, it's on the forum. So once this is highlighted to 4-5, and then you click on the forum, and this will look exactly like this. And I might have my reading groups assigned. I might have them watch a video and then have them write something down, and then they might actually respond to somebody else as well. So that's why forum's really good to use. But in a nutshell, that is what we use DB Primary for. We always go back to homepage to have a look. But just to quickly recap, we've got, if they've got any tasks to do, these little things will be on. If they want to write some mail, they'll click up here and go to write mail. If they want to do their homework, they will go on my blog. And if they would like to do some maths or spelling activities, they can do up here and then choose what activity they would like to do. So that is how we use DB, and why I think it's really good.